Okay, hi Veronika.
Hi, hi.
Okay, what we're going to do today is we're going to make some power bars, some vegan power bars. Would you like to take us through the ingredients, what we've got here?
Yeah, sure.
To get started.
Yeah, so actually I have never measured them out really. I'm always eyeballing that, so I usually just, guide you through the ingredients. And
Intuitively?
Yeah, intuitively. We're not very professional. So we're gonna use oats for this, rolled oats, and then we're gonna use, I just kind of measured out 350 grams here. We'll see later whether we need a bit more. And I have measured out 400 grams of dried fruits. So I've used figs, dates, and dried apricots.
Okay.
But you can use anything, any dried fruits you like. You can use any like cranberries, or you can put probably goji berries in there, anything that is sweet and dried, any sweet.
So these bars are full of fibre as well?
Exactly. So this is our sweetener. So we're trying to use only whole food sweeteners with this.
Yeah.
That's another thing about the dried bars. And then I like to season them with cacao powder and a bit of cinnamon. Around Christmas time, we can put in orange peel or anything like that.
Okay.
And as well, for nutritional content, to put our fats in, we put in some chia seeds and some flax seeds.
All right, yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to add some nuts later as well.
Chia seed and flax seed.
Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
we just put these together, and I see then how many almonds I want to put on as well.
Almonds as well?
Yes.
Okay, so protein, good fats, and almonds are very alkalizing as well. So, with our health and fitness, we're always looking at the optimal foods that we can put into these recipes.
Exactly. So this is going to take a while. So I'm just gonna give this a blend first, and then see how it blends up, and then I'm going to add some of the nuts so it's not overpowering for the food processor. Okay?
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, look, the nuts. Did we forget the nuts, Veronika?
Yes.
Oh, don't forget those nuts. Okay, they're going to get there. They are. Look.
Roughly something like this, but you can we can always add some more.
Okay, so 90% mix and then the nuts go in. No, we put the nuts in at the beginning normally, but we forgot the nuts.
No, you can do that separately, because really it might be overpowering for the food presser. That might be a real reason for it. That was actually very, very good thinking.
Okay. All right. These things happen. This is life, isn't it?
It is. So, some people like to kind of like put the chia seeds in water first to kind of let them quell a little bit.
Yeah.
I usually don't do that, so I don't know whether that's super wrong. Put that in the comments if there's a specific reason for doing that, probably so they get activated or something, I don't know. But I usually don't do that, but you can, I guess. So I put these in there as well, and you can already see that it's quite on the dry side. So once I've put in the seasoning and the nuts and everything, we're going to give this another mix now, and then we're going to add a bit of water just to get the right texture.
Okay, all right, so we'll get on to the next phase, okay. What are we doing now? We're looking at the consistency, isn't it, of what we've got in there?
Yes.
To check that it's...
So it's actually quite good. I've just checked this. So this is a little bit coarse still, so I want to actually mix it a little longer.
Okay.
But the consistency, as you can see when I'm pressing down here, it's sticking nicely, but not too much. So that's exactly what you want.
All right.
Okay, so I probably don't even need to put in too much water with this. This is something that really depends on the quality of your oats and the condition of your oats and of the nuts, how dry, how oily are they, and how much moisture do you need to add afterwards. Okay. So this is why as well I can't really give you precise measurements for this, but I gave you rough figures for this, okay? Sure. So that should help. I'm going to mix this a little bit further, and then I'm going to put this onto these on this baking paper. I got two because they're so sticky, or the mix is so sticky that I will have to kind of roll this out in between two pieces of parchment.
Okay.
And then I will tell you what I am going to do with them to kind of make them.
So this is naturally waxed baking paper that we've got.
That's
here.
Probably not even waxed. This is just paper. Right. This is just baking paper. And I'm just going to give this another little mix here.
Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is check the consistency again now to see what we've. What do you reckon of that, Veronika?
I think that's great actually. With that measurement.
What are you looking looking for there precisely?
Well, I'm looking for something that is kind of sticky like this, that can stick together, but it doesn't really leave any traces on my hand like that, you know. So you can actually form like a dough with that, where you can actually cut out little raw cookies, if you like, or you can cut bars with that will keep in the fridge, and you can just take them away, or you can give them as a little present. In fact, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to cut out some cookies for a friend that I'm going to meet later.
So really, they're not just sports bars; these are multi-purpose bars.
Yeah.
You can use them for all sorts of things. I like to take them to work with me for a snack.
Exactly.
Two or three bars,
Yeah.
you just stick them in your rucksack and away you go, kind of thing. But just talking about the fitness aspect of this, you know, I know from experience of being in fitness centres and gyms and going to the food sections in stores where you can buy power bars and protein bars and the like. These things are very, very expensive, aren't they? You know,
Yeah.
you can pay €2.50, €3 for a sports bar or a power bar. And here, what we've got with these bars that you're making here, these vegan bars, is you've got everything that you need nutritionally at a fraction of the price, really, isn't it? And they're really, really tasty as well. This is the thing that I like about them.
Yeah, you can really season them with anything that you enjoy. You know, you can put any sorts of spicing in there. This is very loud, so I have to stop doing that for a second.
Okay.
It is a little bit tricky to mix together, as you can see. Okay, so what I am doing is usually I'm trying to fold these over and I'm pressing down on them before I even get the roller pin involved.
Right.
Okay, because this is a perfect consistency, maybe a tiny little bit on the dry side. Okay, so you will need to work a little bit harder to combine everything.
And this comes from practice. I mean, it's the same for yourself, isn't it? It just comes from experience of actually doing it, giving it a go. It's like with anything, guys, giving these things a go and then improving as you go.
It counts a bit like as a workout, I'd say.
A bit like making these videos, really.
Right, so kind of nearly done. I'm going to put that on top, and I'm going to get a rolling pin involved now. I'm going to just create a nice like a cookie dough with that.
Okay. Alright, so now now what we're doing is using the rolling pin to smooth these things out.
Exactly. So you just kind of create a dough with that. Get a little bit of a workout. But it is totally worth it because, as you said, they're really expensive to buy, and I make usually like maybe even 2 lots of that, and I just get it all done in a batch, and then I just freeze them.
How many bars do you reckon you're going to get roughly out of this amount that we've got here?
Well, we shall see really now, but usually I get about 8 lunches for you, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I just make double, and then some of them don't survive for a long time in the fridge, and the other half is in the freezer for you to take away.
Sure.
So.
And again, from a purely fitness point of view, guys, in terms of doing your workouts and so forth, these bars will serve as both pre-workout and post-workout bars because nutritionally they're very, very balanced. You've got the protein, you've got the carbohydrates, you've got the essential healthy fats, and of course the fibre as well. So pre or post-workout, absolutely perfect. There we go.
Trying to smooth the edges in. So as I said, it's a little bit dry, tiny little bit
You can
dry.
see that, can't you? Because it's just falling away a little bit. But I mean, that's not the end of the world either, is it? If it doesn't come out absolutely perfect first time, no need to worry about it.
Well, the good thing about this one is that I can actually lose the second parchment now because it's actually dry enough for me to kind of roll it out like this.
Okay.
And to create little cut-out cookies, it's perfect as well. So it's not too kind of soft.
So obviously kids would enjoy doing that kind of
Just
thing as
wanted
well,
to say
wouldn't
that,
they?
yes.
Making the cutouts here, so you can get your kids involved as well. Also, not just for health and fitness, for people who like their gym work and so forth, but also for kids. Very convenient for parents. You can knock these up and put it in the kids' lunchbox, and again, very, very healthy for them as well.
So what you can do now is you can just take your cookie
Oh,
cutter.
there we go. This is the fun bit, isn't it? There you go.
That's the fun bit. And you get a lovely little raw bite
Very
tart.
nice. There you go.
So that's cool. And I just do these around the edges. They keep for quite some time in the fridge. I mean, they never lasted very long in the fridge, to be honest. But I would think that they last for probably 2 weeks at
They
least.
never lasted because they've always been eaten up before. I mean, these are very Moorish, it has to be said.
That's what I try to say. That's perfect, isn't it? So what I'm just going to show you quickly is if I'm cutting this away now, okay, and I'm going to cut these up later and form another dough and do this, you know, like you are already familiar with when you're actually making cookies. But usually I'm creating a square like this, and then I just cut out bars like that.
So there are your pre-post workout bars, if you like. It starts to look a little bit more familiar, doesn't it, when you cut them into those shapes that we're familiar with. Put these in tin foil or whatever, stick them in your gym bag. You know, you could have one small one, like a half of one of those stripes there. You could have half before your workout and then half afterwards, and you would have all the nutrition that you would need to maximise the effects of your workout.
Yeah, so that's how I do them.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just wrap them in, put them in the fridge or in the freezer, and that's really lovely to kind of like...
So you can put them in the freezer as well, and how do you, normally what do we do there? We take them out of the freezer
You just...
in the summer?
Yeah.
Stick them in your bag, and by the time you come to have them,
They're defrosted.
perfect.
And we sometimes like to eat them when they're really, really cold. The kids actually like that. So they take them out and they just nibble on that when it's really cold.
Yeah.
So it's like a raw bar, ice bar,
Sure.
if you will.
No, absolutely fantastic. And I mean, as I say, guys, I can vouch for these as well. They're absolutely superb. They're very, very tasty.
They're very good.
And they're great. Thank you ever so much, Veronika. That's
Yeah, you're very welcome.
fantastic. Thank you. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.